Hello and welcome to Rickard Field in West Lafayette for tonight's IndianaSRN webcast matchup. The Anderson Indians visiting the Harrison Raiders. Alongside Bill Ludlow, I'm Jonathan Mathis. It's a North Central Conference matchup, and it comes at an ideal time for each team. Both Anderson and Harrison have entered tonight struggling. Both faced a demanding beginning of their schedule. If you combine the records of the first four teams the Indians and Raiders have faced, it was 24-8. The next four, that's a different story. It's 9-23. The road to redemption can begin for at least one of these teams tonight. Tonight's game time weather information. While there's a hurricane in the Carolinas, it's perfect here in West Lafayette. It's 81 degrees. There are a few clouds, not many, and what little wind there is, it's out of the northeast. The sun is going to hang around until at least halftime, and we'll be under the lights for the majority of the second half. And the best news of all, the chance of rain is 0. It's a perfect late summer evening, Bill Ludlow, for this football game.
You know, Jonathan, it's a lot different this Friday night than what it was last Friday night. We were drenched at Beech Grove, but we are getting ready for the fifth game of the 2018 high school football. It's September 14th, and it's beautiful weather. You couldn't ask for it any better than what we've got here tonight.
And we've got, although the two teams have been struggling, we have an intriguing matchup tonight, Bill. Anderson, Harrison, completely different offensive philosophies.
Yes. You get Anderson with Xander Stokes, who's Jonathan will talk about it later, but he's getting some looks from some D1 teams. But, Stokes, we were down on the field earlier this evening. He's got a perfect ball when he throws it. It is smooth as can be, smooth as silk, Jonathan.
And Harrison, completely different offensive philosophy. They like to run it.
They do like to run it. They run out of the backfield, and, they got Heidelberg, I believe, or Armstrong, and Dixon. Dixon is the main go-to guy for this Harrison ball club when they come out of the backfield. He can hit the hole. He's powerful, and he can bounce it outside, Jonathan, if he needs to.
And their quarterback is a dual threat in the truest sense of the word.
Oh, man.
Not only is he the leading the leading passer, but leading rusher.
He is the leading rusher, and you look at Jensen, and he has rushed for 53 times for 249 yards. His longest was 69 yards, and that was against Westfield earlier in the year.
He combines for 7 total touchdowns if you add up the passing and the rushing. But a counterpart across the field, we talked about him briefly. You just saw him. The Anderson quarterback, Xander Stokes, getting looks at from Mississippi State and IU, just a couple small schools.
Yeah, just a couple of small ones, and, we talked to Coach Qualls, and when Coach Qualls was coaching at Heritage Christian, he had Stokes' brother, Parker, playing for Coach Qualls at Heritage, and what a great opportunity for Qualls now to coach the younger brother now as he's coming up through the ranks.
And Xander, the Stokes, we might touch on this a little bit later too, but they've got an interesting dynamic where he is from South Florida.
Yes.
But he's playing his senior year up at transfer. That's the transfer of transfers in the history of the state of Indiana.
Yeah, you get one that's down in South Florida, and he comes up and wants to play for the Anderson Indians. More importantly, he wants to play for a great coach and Coach Qualls. But also on the other side there, Jonathan, for the Harrison Raiders, they've got an excellent coach also in Terry Peoples.
And Terry Peebles, he's building the Raiders program. They last won their state title. They won their state title in 1992. Anderson hasn't yet, but Coach Ron Qualls has history of doing just that.
Yeah, he built a program at Heritage Christian. He moved up to Anderson to take on the Anderson Indians, and he's building that program basically from the ground floor up. I think earlier when the thing started out, he only had like maybe 15 players. But you look on the sidelines now, that group at Anderson is buying into Coach Qualls.
And it's another benefit for Coach Qualls. His star wide receiver, one of the leaders in the state, is someone he knows awfully well.
And that is going to be in Malachi Qualls. And you look at Malachi and what he has done over the year. And, he not only kicks, but he also, and there goes the fireworks. He not only kicks extra points and field goals, he's an excellent receiver, and he runs his routes great. He puts his hands up like you are taught to catch the football.
It's a sometimes forgotten skill set, but it's one that Anderson's going to need. If we look at some keys for victory, Bill, what does Anderson need to do tonight to get their first win of the year?
They need, that offensive line has got to protect Stokes. So when he goes back to hit the receivers and Malachi and the other receivers out there, they've got to protect him. But Jensen or Stokes, he's not afraid to take it and run it himself. So if the receivers aren't there or open, he's not afraid to take it and run it. So they've got to protect. They've got to keep this high-powered offense of Harrison off the field.
And the flip side, what's Harrison need to do?
Harrison just needs to rely on that dual threat in Jensen and his passing ability and his run ability. We'll see tonight if Jensen, Andrew, if he can get off another 69-yard run like he did against Westfield.
Harrison has the one win between them. They beat Logansport 2 weeks ago. Last week, they lost, but it was encouraging. They gave up over 500 yards to Lafayette Jeff, but they did hold the Broncos to, what was that? It's 12 points below their average. So they saw some silver lining in last week's game.
There is definitely some silver linings in Harrison there. And last week, Jensen ran 19 times for 117 yards, and Dixon 14 for 59 yards. And Jensen was only 1 of 8 for 15 yards last week. But when you've got the dual, when Jensen can run, Dixon can run, why throw the ball, Jonathan? Keep it on the ground, chew up that clock.
A little bit safer. Speaking of some results, Bill, it's been an interesting beginning of the high school football season.
Yeah, in 2018 already, the winner is averaging 36 points a game. The loser, 11.4 for a spread of 24.6. Total points per game is 47.4. Jonathan, here's the thing. Shutouts already this year, 135.
That just doesn't even seem possible. It's funny because if you listen to if you listen to Indiana Sports Talk at night, driving home, it sounds like, wow, there's a lot of blowouts or there's a lot of big games. And it's true. There have been a lot of big games. It's not an illusion.
Right. And, this is a 5A matchup. Another leading the top in the 5A, you'll talk about it later, is the New Palestine Dragons. They are just on fire.
The Dragons, they are on fire. They blew out Kokomo to begin. They didn't blow out Kokomo, but they've blown out everybody they played. But they started out the year ranked number 3, and something we noticed, Bill and I noticed before this game began, is if you look at the 5A standings, currently the top 5 teams in Class 5A, New Palestine, Martinsville, Decatur Central, Whiteland, Elkhart Central. Remember that. New Pal, Martinsville, Decatur Central, Whiteland, Elkhart Central. Preseason, this shows how much those are worth. The preseason top 5, Columbus East, Cathedral, New Pal, Roncalli, Decatur Central. They got 2, right?
Yes, absolutely. But, you look at the Harrison Raiders. They are coached by Terry Peoples, and his brother, Bill Peoples, is coaching that Cathedral Irish ball club down in Indianapolis.
And fun little tidbit, we'll keep you up with other games around the state, including this one. But Cathedral, this is their 100th anniversary of the school's founding tonight, Bill. And they're having their 100th anniversary game and they're picked up a little pipsqueak. St. Xavier from Cincinnati. The Bombers are one of the best teams in Ohio, so not exactly picking the easiest matchup.
Yeah, here's the thing: if you want to be the best, you gotta beat the best.
That is true, and here we go. Brian Pennell is not going to kick it.
We got a flag right at the kickoff.
We have Zombie Nation in the background. This does let us get us reset for this. Back deep for Anderson is Willie Dennison. He's going to be the nearest one towards your screen. He's just off it now for the moment, but he has been listed as an excellent kick returner. He's one of the slot receivers for Anderson. Back there with him is Octavius Anderson, number 13. So there you go. Octavius Anderson, a senior. Willie Dennison, a junior. The kicker, Brian Pennell, a senior. Harrison in orange, Anderson in white, and here we go. Week 5, the middle point of the season is underway, and what a kick.
Right, almost right through the goal post, for you don't get any extra points for that, but
No.
A nice kick there by Pennell.
And that's one way to
But they
take
moved him
out
up about 5 yards, due to that penalty.
Then you should move him back, give him a handicap. But out comes the Anderson offense. They're going to spread the field. They describe it as an air raid. They pass it 80% of the time. We'll show you the lineups in just a little bit, next play. But here comes the man with the gun, Xander Stokes, native Floridian, playing for Anderson tonight. Wide to the bottom is Malachi Qualls, his number 6. In the slot is Anderson. He's in motion. The jet sweep, far side. Tries to elude one and does. Stays in bounds and is down just short of the first down line. Good opening. Good way to begin the game if you're Anderson.
Yes, you got Anderson.
And here's their starters.
That avoided the tackle and was able to pick up about 8 yards, I believe, on the play.
Now there's Stokes in the gun, the 3 receivers. Qualls is the farthest one to the Harrison sideline. They don't go to him. They go to Octavius Anderson, who catches it and is in trouble. And down he goes. They might have lost a yard.
It could have been disastrous. He was bobbling the ball, and I think that's why Harrison's defense corralled him, because he was bobbling the ball and was able to avoid something that could have been bad.
Wide to the top of your screen is Joseph Jones, number 10, the receiver in the slot, or he's the receiver in the slot. Further from him, number 11, Kaishan Lemon. They're not going to him, they're going to Malachi Qualls, and it's a first down for Anderson, and here comes the Harrison defense. There it is. Harrison, you're going to notice they have an interesting position build. Jacob Kane, I list him as a rush on my score sheet, but he alternates between outside linebacker and defensive end. It gives him some flexibility for the Raiders. 1st and 10 for Anderson. Stokes rolling right, firing towards the right sideline. If that's a catch, and that is why Malachi is so sought after. A beautiful pitch and catch from Stokes to Qualls, and it's close to another first down for Anderson.
And that's the 3rd pass by Stokes on this drive. They've rushed it 1 time, and Stokes has thrown it 3.
1st and 10 for the Indians. High-powered offense. Stokes has 709 passing yards coming in tonight. That one's a little high for Anderson.
So it went, just got out of his hands a little too quick and over the head of Anderson.
2nd and 10. The white hat tonight, Casey Wright. Came up and visited the press box earlier. Nice fella. Here's Stokes looking for the screen. Octavius Anderson has some running room, slips by one, and is just short of midfield. Bringing up 3rd and manageable for the Indians.
Anderson again caught that ball on the far side, was able to avoid 1 tackle, but then got stopped. So it brings up 3rd and 5.
That is Anderson's 17th catch of the year. That first rush was his 9th. for his 4th carry of the season. He is at the bottom of your screen. Qualls is in the slot. 3rd and 5. Stokes being chased. Looking downfield. Firing one to the head coach on the sideline for Harrison, and the Indians will have to punt.
So 7-play drive. Out of those 7, 6 of them were passes by Stokes, Jonathan.
And we're expecting to see a lot of that. As we said, they do throw it 80 times. Harrison does not throw it 80 times. They like to run the ball. Very different, contrasting styles. But nevertheless, number 18, a senior, Tim Nethery Carter, who spells Tim with a Y, is back to punt for the Indians. And it's a high one. It's over his head. He's fumbling it, and he's down in tremendous field position for the Raiders.
Well, I tell you what, that's not going to set well with Coach Qualls. You know, your center just got that hike too high. And it sets up Harrison, Jonathan, in very good field position.
We'll show you starting lineups on the second play, but as we said, quarterback does a little bit of everything for him is number 7, Andrew Jensen, the senior. He's passed for 222 yards. He's rushed for 249. He doesn't have the most carries, but he does have the most yards. Full house backfield behind him. He hands it off. Omarion Dixon is down inside the 5 to the 4, maybe the 3.
That's a nice run by Dixon. I had the glasses on him. He fooled me, and Dixon just was able to hit the hole and get it down within the goal line here. 2nd down now.
Not only was the trickeration fooling Bill, the trickeration fooled me. It wasn't Dixon. It was Isaiah Armstrong. Either way, good run. Dixon is their leading runner. He is the fullback behind quarterback Jensen. He loses the ball, but is able to recover it. Check this out, folks.
We're coming up on our replay.
This
on the run by
Isaiah Armstrong.
There
he is, number 10.
He faked it to Dixon and then back to Armstrong and was able to just get it across the 5-yard line.
Classic option play. Classic. Couple wide receivers. Zion King is at the bottom. At the top, Will Miller. Jensen under center. 2nd and goal. The pitch out with room to go in, and touchdown for the Harrison Raiders. Stephen Coughing, 6-0 Harrison.
And just like that, the Raiders are on the board.
And in thunderous fashion. The Harrison Raiders, most they've scored in the game so far was their 45. They had a 45-point outburst against Logansport. They've scored 30 in the other 3 games combined. Great start for Harrison getting the turnover. The kick is up. The kick is good. It is 7-0 Harrison on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. Welcome back, everybody, to West Lafayette, Indiana. Jonathan Mathis, Bill Ludlow joining you. And Harrison, it didn't take long. They lead 7-0 over Anderson, and it was a botched snap, Bill, that led to that touchdown.
Yeah, the center for Anderson hiked it over the kicker's head, and here comes your replay on the touchdown. Puts the man in motion, pitches to him. He runs it to the wide side and goes in for the touchdown.
Stephen Coffin was on the run, and that was set up by a really good run for Isaiah Armstrong. He got 15 yards on that first play. And here we go. Just like the beginning, Brian Pennell drives his foot into the ball. This one is returnable for Dennison. Willie Dennison at the 20 with a lot of running room on the far side of the field. He's at the 35, a burst across the 45, and down at the 49.
Nice run back there by Dennison. And when he seen that seam, Jonathan, he was able to take it and almost took it to the house. Remnants of a Randall Cobb when he had nothing but green on him the other night.
That is very true. A great night on Monday or on Sunday night, with the Green Bay Packers. And for all Packers fans, near, far, and very, 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 very near, which Bill Ludlow is. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Xander Stokes drops the snap and has to just dive on it. It'll be 2nd and very long.
Well, you got to, for Anderson, their center is number 52, Jones, and he's having some difficulty out there early in the game.
A little trouble for Ontarius Jones, the senior. Here's Stokes looking for the reverse, and Anderson was just snuffed out.
Oh my!
Jacob Kane, the flex between the linebacker and the defensive end, was all over that one with 7 minutes and 55 seconds to go.
Another player on that defensive line or defense for Harrison is number 15, Jake Urban. And Jake, one of the films I was watching of him this week, is always around the ball.
We'll see if he's around here. This is the 3rd and a country mile, 3rd and 28. Almost all the field. A.J. Ivey is back with Stokes. The pocket collapses, and his ears were burning, Bill. Jake Urban with the sack. You couldn't draw up a better start for Harrison.
Jake Urban, he is a force to be reckoned with on that defense for Harrison.
Harrison entered tonight. They led the NCC with 6 sacks. They were 5th in 4A, or in 5A, and that's Urban's 3rd sack of the year. But Harrison just jumped offsides.
Made a little contact. Flags come out, and we'll move the chains marker 5 yards. For Urban through 4 games, Jonathan, he's had 17 solo tackles, 16 assists for 33, and 6.5 on total for loss.
I think we can bump that up a little bit. 7.5 now. Nethery, Carter with the hyphen. And it's another bad snap. He has to pick it up. Tim Nethery Carter at the 30 and out of bounds. Well short of the first down line.
So he went to kick it 2nd time. Basically, they have to turn it over on downs.
That's just stunning, Bill, where they've had this early in the game. There's 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter, and 2 semi-disastrous punt team plays. They can't even get the punt off.
And you give it back to Harrison in good field position.
Behind Alex Jensen is number 47. That's Amarion Dixon, excuse me. They're going to give it to him, right side. Chugging forward, first down, and got smacked on the far side. But I think he's just short by a little bit of the first down line.
You talk about Dixon, and, I said earlier, he likes to hit the hole. He can bounce it outside if he wants to, and he's also a very powerful runner.
2nd and short for the Raiders. Joining him in the backfield is number 25, Marcel Atiso, and Stephen Coffin, who scored the opening touchdown. Receiver on the far sideline is Will Miller. Atiso's in motion. And Jensen will pitch it to him. First down and more. Inside the 20, close to the 15.
So it looks like Harrison right now just wants to rely on that powerful running game that they have, because they have yet, Jonathan, to put the ball in the air.
If they do, is leading options, the bottom of your screen, number 83, Zion King. Miller joins them. Similar three-back formation and a little bit of a wing tee. From left to right, Atiso, Dixon, and Coffin. Coffin's in motion. Jensen's going with them. Jensen looks like he's going to keep it. He's to the 10, to the 5, and he might be out. No, touchdown, Raiders!
Second rushing touchdown of the game for the Raiders.
But
looks like we might have a flag on the play.
Oh, the cannon. The announcer's a little premature. The cannon might be a little premature. The band is playing.
And it was a
holding
against the Raiders.
So
that will negate that touchdown run by Jensen.
It does seem do you find it at all surprising how easily Harrison's been able to move the ball?
They are, the offensive line is able to open up the holes, and, they're using the far side of the field, the wide side of the field, and able to get some runs. Jensen on the years carried 53 times for 249 yards. He's had one 100-yard game and 5 TDs.
And he just had a touchdown taken off the board. See if he can make up for that. Get it back. It is now 1st and 9 from the 16. Same three, Atiso. Dixon is the tailback, and he's going to have it. Moving towards his left, but he's swirled down and grappled to the ground by Marcus Cullum, a senior. And another flag.
So we'll look and see what this one's about.
Conversation.
Yep, grabbed the face mask. Cullum grabbed the face mask on that one.
And that's really a testament to the run by Omarion Dixon to keep fighting, which led to the face mask.
I thought when Cullum went in there, he went in awful high.
You were right.
They were able to, referee saw it.
There's 5 minutes left in this opening half. Beautiful day in West Lafayette. Big game weekend up here. Missouri Tigers coming into town tomorrow to take on the Boilers. Harrison and Anderson tonight. Andrew Jensen pitches this back. It's Coffin. He scored the first touchdown. He's not going to score here.
He got bumped out of bounds there by number 10 for Anderson.
Joseph Jones.
Jr. She said, you may want a touchdown, but
Coffin has two carries, 9 yards, and a touchdown, and just got a first down.
the ball is at Anderson's 3-yard line.
Armstrong, the leading rusher so far. He is the tailback in the super I formation. Jensen will keep it. Jensen finally in. Touchdown for the Raiders. His 6th of the year. And Harrison leads Anderson 13-0 for the moment. And now the Cannons are on top.
4:33 to go here in the first quarter.
On to kick is Brian Pinnell. The holder is Matt Hasenplug, a senior. It's up, and it's good. 14-0 Harrison. Here on Indiana SRN, we are always in the game.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Trouble sleeping? Feeling anxious? Easily distracted? Or just looking to perform at the top of your game? NeuroGroove can help. NeuroGroove uses advanced neurotechnology that offers training to the brain, enabling it to function at its best. Training is absolutely effortless. You can relax, close your eyes, and even zone out if you want. To set up an appointment or to learn how NeuroGroove can help, call 317-897-9990. Ask about our 20-session guarantee. Have you trained your brain today?
Welcome back to West Lafayette. 4:33 to go here in the first quarter. Harrison leads 14-0, and the last touchdown came on a 3-yard scamper by Andrew Jensen, just wrapping around the outside. What'd that drive look like, Bill?
It was took him five tries, 5 rushes during that drive, and Jensen with the TD, and Purnell came in for the extra point try.
So far, it's been an interesting game because both offenses have looked good as we see Purnell restart this game. It'll be fielded by Dennison. He had a great kick return last time. He looks to do it again, but the Harrison Raiders were all over him.
They will start this.
Here is who will be leading this drive for Anderson. Xander Stokes, a really good quarterback. We haven't seen much of Jalen Heidelberg yet. Malachi Qualls and Octavius Anderson, they have had good games so far.
Started at their own 18-yard line.
Qualls and Anderson are both at the bottom of your screen. Qualls number 6, Anderson is in the slot. Back with Stokes is A.J. Ivy. Xander, spelled with an X, looks right, throws for Malachi Qualls. He catches it, hit immediately, and now is corralled just across the 20-yard line at about the 23. Here's the Raiders' defense. Jake Urban, he got a big sack last drive. Jacob Kane blew up the option play on second down. So far, they played all right, although Anderson's had their moments.
And let's see if they can get something going here on this drive. 2nd and 5.
Stokes rolls to the open side of the field and will take off, trying to get to the boundary. And he gets across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Not a bad scamper by Xander.
You know, he took the hike. He spun around to his left and took off, trying to pick up that first down, but it's a manageable 3rd down now for Anderson.
3rd and 3 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. And this definitely not a must-win by any stretch of the imagination. Those don't start until October. But a game both teams would like to have, and Harrison's got the better of Anderson so far. Stokes chased out again. Uncorks it downfield. Here's that beautiful throw. Dennison overthrew him by a smidge.
Oh. Dennison had his man beat.
That would have been, it could have turned out the lights if they were able to connect it. 4th down and 3.
So do you give the ball? Oh, well, I thought we had a penalty flag on the play, but no penalty.
It looks like Anderson's going to go for it. Might as well. The punting game has been, to put it lightly, disastrous.
Just got 3 yards to go.
And Bill, look, isolated at the bottom is Malachi Qualls. And here's a timeout. I'm going to think it over. What would you do in this spot, Bill? You got 3 minutes. I mean, they're going for it.
You've only got 3 yards. If you can get Malachi to run 3 yards, get protection for Stokes, throw the ball, you got your first down.
And he's been so good this year so far, Malachi. He's been effective so far tonight, too. He's already got 5 catches, only 10 yards, but still just sure-handed. Might as well go to him.
Malachi is, for the year, he's got 4 catches for 410 yards and 3 touchdowns.
He's got 50 catches.
50.
There was
yeah.
He had earlier this year, Bill, against Yorktown, the first game of the year, he had 17 catches for 162 yards and a touchdown. And then he followed it up 2 weeks later against Muncie Central, 18.
You know, and this one, again, 3 yards. You know, if you're a coach, that's what you want. You know where the down marker is. Run your route to that down marker. Get the ball out quick, which Stokes can do.
And it's going to be a short 3 yards. The first down line is just across the 28. Just across it. More like 2 and a foot. Anderson's in motion. They give it to Anderson.
And
he's tied up, and he's not going to get it. Jake Urban having himself a game. A big sack earlier and a 4th down stop here.
And again, that's the 3rd time Anderson has had to turn it over on downs.
And it's the 3rd time Harrison's had tremendous field position.
Yeah, they're at Anderson's, what is that, 25-yard line? 24-yard line.
Octavius Anderson running today. And keep in mind, he had a 9-yard run to start out the game. But he's 3 rushes for -5. It's at a negative 12-yard run. That last one was -2. Here's Jensen. Looking to pass. First time today. And it's caught! And it's a touchdown for the Raiders! Wow. Isaiah Armstrong, the leading rusher, and now catches a touchdown.
Jensen to Armstrong. And right now, Harrison Raiders are on fire.
Harrison, they don't pass it much, but when they do, they go big. Jensen averages just over 18 yards of completion. Armstrong, that's his 2nd catch of the year, 2nd touchdown. Brian Pennell on for the extra point. It's up, it's through, and it's good. 21-0 in favor of the Raiders here on IndianaSRN.
If you find yourself confronted by unwanted pests in your home or office, then you need to contact the professionals at Kim Mountain Pest Control. We offer quality pest control solutions at an affordable price. We specialize in ants and termites. We're also available to handle a variety of other pests, including roaches, fleas, and flying insects, as well as rats and mice. Don't wait until pests cause severe damage to your home or property. Contact the team of experts at Kim Mountain Pest Control today.
Thanks to Rick McIntyre and McIntyre Imaging for their support of Christian radio and sports. Their service is capturing moments in time and images that provide a record of the celebrations, blessings, and gifts the Lord has given. McIntyre Imaging Products gives their clients a snapshot of life for family and future generations. You may reach Rick and his staff at McIntyre Imaging at www.mcintyreimaging.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Jonathan Mathis, Bill Ludlow, live from West Lafayette, Indiana. And Harrison has showed up in spades. They lead 21-0. There's still 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first quarter. They just scored their last touchdown, a 24-yard pass from Jensen. And here, hold on, folks, Dennison might be in trouble. He's trying to wiggle his way to the 6. The ball somehow just checked up at about the inch line, Bill.
It did, and Dennison's looking at it, and the coaching staff from Anderson's telling him, pick up the ball, and at the last minute he did, but now they're starting again deep in their own territory.
Here's the touchdown. Alex Jensen. He's going to find, who else? Isaiah Armstrong. Great catch. 24 yards.
Nice route run by Armstrong.
Anderson backed up all the way to their own goal line almost. They had 2 promising drives that got stalled by great defensive plays. This is Malachi Qualls on the receiving pass from Xander Stokes. Shoves off one. Doesn't get much further. 2nd down.
He's brought down by number 20, Quentin Wood.
And Wood is one of the better defenders for Harrison. He entered the game as the leading tackler. He had 36.
Pick up a 4 on the play.
2nd and 7. Stokes over the middle and through the hands of Anderson. Octavius Anderson's got himself a very interesting stat line for the Indians.
You know, if Anderson could have caught that, again, nothing but green fields right in front of him.
Currently he's been targeted 3 times. He's got 2 yards. Here's Stokes, 3rd and 7. Gotta have it.
Got
Looks
him this
deep,
time.
and he missed him. Kyshawn Lemon was wide open on the far sideline. He was trying to turn around the ball and just lost it in sight.
Now you got 4th down, Jonathan, and you're deep in your own territory. You got to punt this. And try to get Harrison on the other side of the 50 this time.
And so far they haven't got a single punt off successfully yet. It's been an interesting game so far for Tim Nethery Carter's unit. He is the punter. He's standing on his own goal line. Got to have a good one here. And finally, they do. But there's a ton of running room for the Raiders. That's Wood. He's to the 30. He's still going to the 25. Gets down the sideline past the 20 and down at about the 15. But there's a flag down by Tim Nethery Carter, who is laying at his own 2.
So we'll check the penalty flag as the coaching staff and the trainers come onto the field for the Indians.
It's either
so if that's roughing the kicker,
1st down.
Could give him a 1st down, absolutely.
We'll be back in a second, folks, here on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons, not just a man.
Welcome back, everybody. A round of applause as Tim Nethery Carter is helped off the field. New life for the Anderson offense, and they need it with a $1:47 to go here in the opening quarter. They trail by 3 touchdowns.
Ball's going to be placed at their own 26-yard line.
With Jaws music playing in the background. Now you can see why Mississippi State and IU are interested in Xander Stokes. Great cannon. So far his receivers haven't been able to come through for him. Stokes looks to his right and gets it to Octavius Anderson just across the 30-yard line. Short little pickup. 2nd and about 5, maybe 4.
Moves it up to their 33-yard line. Let's see if Anderson can get this thing across the midfield stripe here.
They need it
before the end of the first quarter.
The receivers on the far side in the slots, Joseph Jones, Kyshawn Lemon is far to the Anderson sideline. Stokes looks that way. Fires for Lemon.
Got him this
Lemon
time.
finally catches it, and just as Bill was hoping, Anderson got across midfield to the 45 of the Raiders.
So they are across the midfield strike now.
For the first time today.
As the sun starts to settle now and the cool air coming in, and beautiful fall evening here in West Lafayette.
Xander Stokes with A.J. Ivey in the backfield with him. Looks left. He's chased left now. He's off and running, and he's tripped up and lunges forward for about, what is that, 13 inches? Knocked out of bounds. The clock freezes for a second.
Well, he did pick up maybe a yard on the play. He ran for 30, but gained a yard.
A minute 20 to go here in the opening quarter. Qualls and Anderson to the bottom. Lemon and Jones to the top. Ivy the running back. 2nd and 9. And just able to reel it in is Joseph Jones. His 3rd catch of the year. 3rd and long, though, for the Indians.
But I think you're starting to get your receivers and your quarterback in a rhythm now, Jonathan, and that's got to be good for Anderson.
3rd and 6. A minute 15 left in this opening quarter. Stokes having to rush right now, having to run backwards. In a lot of trouble, is able to check it down to Jones, but he got back to the original line of scrimmage. A loss of 4 on the play. 4th and about 10 for the Anderson Indians. And Stokes is getting very little help from his offensive line.
Davis, Watson, Burns.
And they need to buy him some time here. It is marked 4th and 9. Jones was able to get it back. Only a loss of 2 on the play. Stokes, another gotta have it. Checks it down, looks to the sideline, and isn't going to be able to get rid of it or do anything. And Harrison once again takes over on downs.
That makes the 4th time in this ball, just in this first quarter, Jonathan.
There's still a minute left in it. A long, long first quarter. An eventful one.
So Harrison will take it over on Anderson's 44.
And Bill, have they scored every scored every time?
Pardon me?
Has Harrison scored every time they touch the ball?
Yes.
Well, they got a power I formation behind Jensen. So hand it off to the tailback. And that's Atiso, and he gets it to the 40-yard line. Maybe the 39. Marcel Atiso.
On the year, he's carried it 7 times for 22 yards. His longest has been 9 yards.
And you can add, he just matched it. He's now got 31. That was his 8th carry of the year. Wide to the top is Jake Smith. Wide to the bottom is Matt Hazenplug. Wing T behind Jensen. In motions, Atiso. The handoff is to the fullback, Dixon. He whirls through one tackle, powers for another one, and is across the 25-yard line to the 24.
And the guy for Anderson, number 56, Jalen Maiden, had him wrapped up, but, Armstrong is just too tough to, or Dixon, too tough to, and just broke the tackle.
So an official timeout as a player comes up a little gimpy. That was Maiden. Checking in is TJ Watson, 73. 11 seconds and rolling. We're heading towards the end of the first quarter. It has been a dominant display by the Harrison rushing attack. Anderson hasn't been able to gather their way yet to end drives, and it goes to the end of the first quarter, 21-0 in favor of the Harrison Raiders here on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Hello, my name is Sean Kroll, and I've been a part of the Indiana SRN family for the last 9 years. Last year, we streamed a record 326 sporting events around Central Indiana. All the other guys broadcast basketball and football, but we at IndianaSRN also air volleyball, softball, baseball, and even golf. But we need your help. To continue our mission, please help us by contacting Coach at IndianaSRN.org. IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer, and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Welcome back, folks. Second quarter beginning. You saw the Aspen Grill commercial. We're going to talk about Aspen Grill in a second. But first, Marcel Latiso bursts through the defense, slips across to the 5-yard line, down at the 4. 20 yards for Marcel Latiso, down to the 5-yard line.
Latiso is just a powerful runner. And
he's got 3 carries for 38 yards tonight, Bill.
5'9", 150-pound junior or sophomore.
He's running a lot bigger than that. He entered tonight, 7 carries for 22 yards. He's now up to 10 for 60. I formation. Anderson is the tailback. Dixon's the up back. Jensen lost the ball. And it's loose. And who's it going to?
And
the Anderson Indians.
Anderson's got it.
Finally have something go their way defensively, and it was on a bobbled snap. It does let us check for the very first time while the possession changes. Titus Bakery out-of-town scoreboard. Here's some scores from around the state. Carmel leads Lawrence North 10-0. North Central leads Center Grove 9-0. A big game in Southern Indiana. Seymour 13, Bedford North Lawrence 7. One of the biggest games in the Indianapolis area. Warren Central 21, Ben Davis nothing.
Jason West has the Warriors from Warren Central on track, hopefully to make it back to Lucas Oil Stadium.
Now backed up on their own 4. Xander Stokes looking for Malachi Qualls. He has it to him. He gets decapitated. A flag flies, and it's just short of the 10, but we'll see where the penalty leads him. Obviously, figuratively decapitated. Just in case. Mrs. Qualls, don't worry.
Gets his headband back on and picks up his helmet. But Malachi's got to come out for one play here.
And Anderson, they begin the second quarter completely different than last quarter. A lot of good things happening. Drawing a penalty, getting a turnover.
These are teachable moments right now for Coach Qualls and the Anderson Indians.
Harrison, check this out.
Well, they're keeping Malachi in the game.
Might as well. Check this out, Bill. 4 penalties against Harrison for 45 yards. Stokes over the middle. Completes this one. It's on Terry to Anderson. Octavius down the sideline. Stepped out at about the 42.
See, and that's what we're talking about, the Stokes for Anderson. Keeps his eyes downfield, steps up in the pocket when pressured, and gets the ball out quick. He did that on that play right there.
Octavius Anderson, 5 catches for 66 yards.
Here's the replay.
Great route. In real time, Stokes is running. He's across the 40. He's out at about the 36-yard line. Scampered for almost 6 yards.
I believe Atiso ran him out of bounds. So
Tiso is the starting cornerback.
So Anderson is working on Harrison's side of the ball now. They're early here in the second quarter.
10:37 left in this first half and second quarter. Xander Stokes in the gun. Ivy is back with him. Stokes whirls away from Urban. Fans wanted a flag. They don't get it, but they do get an incompletion on 2nd and 5.
Third and 5 with 10:30 to go here in the first half.
Jeff 30, Kokomo 6, Marion 16, Richmond 0, and Locust Sport 12, McCutcheon 0.
We got other games on Indiana SRN around the state. Beech Grove at Brown County, Covenant or Tinley at Covenant. We'll get the others here in just a moment.
3rd and 5. Stokes checks the play. And whistle. Delay a game, I believe. That did feel like a really long time. It does let us check the, what other games do we have?
We've got Heritage Christian at Shortridge, Lutheran at Park Tudor, Chittard at Southport, Traders Point at Frontier, and Culver Academy at Brebeuf.
So it's 3rd and 9 after the delay of game. Anderson will line up on their 41-yard line. And this is Malachi Qualls. He's hit immediately and isn't able to escape. It will be 4th down for the Anderson Indians. And so they have gone for it twice. Neither worked. They've punted 3 times. 2 of them really, really didn't work. And it looks like Anderson's going to go for it.
Coach Quall's going to keep that offense on the field.
Qualls.
See if he can generate some positives on this drive, Jonathan.
Qualls so far, 5 catches, 27 yards. Gives them 55 on the year. And they need 6. Stokes over the
Got
middle.
him.
Completes it. It's a first down to Dennison. And more to the 15, and he's smoked on the play. Look out. Quentin Wood.
He laid the wood to him, didn't he, man?
He definitely did. A big first down for Anderson.
And again, right now, some of the receivers, Dennison just did that. You know, you run your pass routes, help your quarterback out.
At the bottom of your screen is Kaishan Lemon, excuse me. Dennison, the hero on 4th down, is in the slot. Stokes will go to Malachi Qualls, catch number 6, and he gets it close to the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him out, though, at about the 12-yard line.
So when you get to the 20, anything from the 20 on to the goal line, you're in the red zone, and that's where they're at. I believe that's the first time tonight they've been in the red zone, Jonathan.
You're right. They've been in the wrong red zone, their own. They've been in there a few times. It's 2nd and 6 from the 13. Xander Stokes. Blitz coming. And Xander stalls it. Is able to get it to Dennison. To the 5. Turns on his jets. And he's close to the goal line down at the 1. 12-yard reception for Willie Dennison, who's really shown up on this drive.
And for Dennison,
2 catches, 33 yards.
So now then, Anderson is knocking on the door here, Jonathan.
The running back is A.J. Ivy. I don't believe they've run it a couple times. Stokes under pressure, eludes one, flips it to the side of the end zone and gets it out over. He had a player there. That was Octavius Anderson. He threw it well over him. So there is a flag though, Bill.
All right, let's check the flag. While we're checking the flag, you look at Anderson and Harrison for the first quarters throughout the year. Anderson has not scored, which they didn't. Harrison 3.5. Second quarter, Anderson 5.0 points per game. Harrison 6.8.
Anderson hasn't scored it in any first quarter so far?
No.
At least they're consistent. So first
So
and
the
goal after the penalty.
Yeah, penalty against Harrison. So on the goal line, and they got a chance to break the goal line here.
Just off your screen at the bottom is Lemon. In the slot is Dennison to the top. Anderson's in the far slot, and Qualls wide to the far sideline. And I believe
a timeout.
We have a timeout. And while we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a second here on Indiana SRN.
Boron Homes is proud to present Briar Creek. Beautifully landscaped and maintained, today's manufactured homes provide durable, state-of-the-art housing at prices you can afford. Enjoy the tax benefits of owning, including lower property taxes combined with easy maintenance of renting. Briar Creek, it's truly unique. The only 55-plus manufactured home neighborhood in the Indianapolis area. Located just east of I-465 on Pendleton Pike, near Fort Harrison State Park. Visit Briar Creek today.
At Auto Express, we offer friendly customer service, exceptional work, and fair pricing. Customer loyalty and confidence are important to us. When our customers have questions, we are ready with answers. We're open weekdays 8 to 6 and Saturday 8 to 3. Come visit Auto Express at 9065 East Pendleton Pike, just east of Post Road, or call 317-897-6618. Auto Express, we're here for your auto repair and maintenance needs.
Welcome back, everybody. 7:54 to go in the first half. Anderson, the first time today, knocking on the door. In the shotgun is Xander Stokes, the senior, transfer, native Floridian. Hands it off to Octavius Anderson. I believe he is in, and he is. The Indians have scored for the first time tonight. 21-6 now. And they get it on the ground, Bill. We were expecting him to throw it in the air. They didn't have to that time.
They did get it in the end zone.
On to kick. Malachi Qualls. When his dad became the coach, he transferred over from LaPel, where he spent most of his career as a Bulldog kicking. He was 85 of 94 on point after attempts, and that's 90%. He's not bad.
And we were down on the field earlier this evening and watching him kick, and he's got a leg on him.
He does. He does. He makes it look effortless.
Only a junior.
And this one's up, and it's good. 21-7 here in Indiana on Indiana SRN. We're always in the game.
Who ran that in?
We're going to keep it here.
Your home and office make up a big part of your world. Sometimes trying to manage it all on your own can make you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And when the weight of the world is on your shoulders, you need a strong back or two to come to your rescue and haul your stress away. You need the College Hunks. Whether it's time to clear some space for new memories, to reinvent the room around you, or to simply pack up and move into a fresh new beginning, you can count on the Hunks to bear your burden so you don't have to. Let us move you today.
Life Centers offers love and compassion to all women and men who come through our 8 centers. The goal of this love and compassion is that we would not only save babies from abortion, but also transform lives and create families. The forms of this love and compassion are our services. All of our services are offered free of charge to our clients. To learn more about Life Centers, contact us at lifecenters.com or call us at 317-280-2635. Life Centers. We choose compassion.
Welcome back, everybody, to West Lafayette. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Bill Ludlow's to my right. Octavius Anderson ran in the first touchdown of the game for Anderson High School, very appropriately named. This kick is short. It will be fielded by the Raiders. Atiso, he's a good runner, and he pierces through the defense and gets the ball across the 35. Octavius Anderson, Bill, has a very weird stat line. 4 carries, -4 yards, 1 touchdown. Don't see that much.
Well,
Or it gets the job done, I guess.
If you're getting the job done, absolutely.
Sorry,
I got to apologize to Jerry down there. I used to, absolutely.
Here's the touchdown. Our producer, Jerry, does not like the word absolutely, and Bill just violated it. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. He's going to keep it, I believe, and he's got a ton of running room out to midfield. Good run by Alex Jensen. That's his longest of the game, 13 yards. So let's just check the Titus Bakery out-of-town scoreboard. These are the games on our own network. Lutheran leads Park Tudor 14-0. Traders Point leads Frontier 20-0. Beech Grove leads Brown County 23-0. This is a trend. Covenant Christian leads Tinley 14-0. Southport leads Bishop Chatard in a big game for both teams, 13-7. Culver leads Brebeuf 7-0. In motion, they pitch it out. That's Isaiah Armstrong. Jukes inside, still moving midfield, but he's hit and driven down. Good hustle on the play by number 62, Marcus Cullum.
Looks like they had Anderson's defense pulling to the right, and then they bring the ball back to Harrison's right side. Picks up a first down.
7 minutes to go here in the first half. Harrison's offense has been, they've been able to roll along mostly at will. They turned it over on the goal line once. This is to Dixon, the fullback, runs over one Indian. That was Jordan Harris who bravely got trucked over. 2nd down.
So you got Jordan Harris, who's a 5'11", 165-pound senior. And Dixon, 6 foot, 180 pounds.
Second and 4. 6:15 to go in the first half. Dixon behind Jensen. Coffin and Anderson, the wingbacks. Jensen's going to keep it. Jensen's got the first down. Jensen's still going. 15 and wrestled down at the 9-yard line.
They had a defensive lineman that had a hold of Jensen, but again, just wasn't able to bring him down. And he was able to break that tackle and get it all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
So a new set of downs, 1st and goal for the Raiders. Looking like the Logansport game where they beat the Berries 45-21. Dixon the lone back, the fullback position. Isaiah Armstrong to the left, Coffin to the right. That's Armstrong in motion. Jensen will keep. Jensen will pitch. Armstrong doesn't get anywhere. Sniffed out very well by Jordan Harris. 2nd and goal.
So again, Jordan Harris is leading that defense for the Indians.
5:31 currently frozen on the second quarter scoreboard. a long second and goal, but second and goal nevertheless. Coughing in motion. The pitch is to him. He's got a lot of room to the top side of the field. If he can turn the corner, and he can! Touchdown, Raiders!
Coffey's second touchdown run of the night.
That's 3 carries for Coughing, 18 yards, 2 touchdowns. His touchdown efficiency rating is through the roof. Brian Pinella on to kick. Matt Hasenplug out to hold. The short snapper is Coy Brook. With 5:24 to go, the snap is down, the ball is up. It is through the uprights, 28-7 Harrison on Indiana SRN. We are always in the game.
Today's game is brought to you by Shin Technology Service Corporation. Technology is about humans and not about machines. Dave and his crew has provided 27 years of software needs. Give them a call. Shin Technology Service Corporation. You may reach him by phone at 317-545-3650 or shintechnology.com. For more information, contact Dave, 317-545-3650.
Time was that great opportunities came to me, but first I needed to prepare for the greatness that awaited me. So I asked and became a Freemason. The rest is history. For me, the time has passed. For you, time is. Time to prepare for greatness if it's in you. Now, you may listen to me or not, but Freemasonry has been preparing great men since our country's founding. So do you have greatness in you? Ask.
MillersvilleLodge.org.
Welcome back, folks. Jonathan Mathis, Bill Ludlow, and everybody here on the IndianaSRN webcast. And Harrison Raiders looking very good. They just scored again, another strong run. Steve Coughing was able to drive in that last one, his second touchdown of the game. Check this out, folks. IndianaSRN broadcast, I don't know if you knew this, Bill, but more than 300 sporting events in central Indiana. We need your assistance to broadcast more. Located on the webpage is a Donate Now button. And if you'd like to see more sports in IndianaSRN, please consider making a donation. Every dollar goes to more sports like this on the air. Blasted deep. Dennison will retrieve it in his own end zone. Runs it out to the 10, to the 20, twirls around and is down at the 25. But as we said, every dollar raised will go to getting more games on the air on behalf of our team here at IndianaSRN. We thank you. And here's the replay from the last touchdown. Steve Coughing having himself a good game. 2 touchdowns, and one looked like this.
You know, they were able to pitch it out to him, and he just had that wide side and was just able to dive across the goal line for the touchdown.
Some scores on the Titus Bakery Out of Town scoreboard. Thanks, Christy Lubeck, for keeping us up to date. Cecina leading Roncalli, or it was tied. Excuse me, not leading, 14-14. Except for Roncalli scored again just recently. They lead 21-14. So there's an update while we're giving the updates. 5:18 to go here in the first half. Xander Stokes. That one's batted down. Hey, Bill, I think there's an Aspen Creek trivia question lying around somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah, we've got one here, and we got a winner last week. It was Nick Martinelli from Indianapolis. This week's question: the Hoosier Dome hosted the state championship game from 1984 to 94. Who won the Class 4A championship in 1984? If you know the answer, tweet it to @IndianaSRN.
Xander Stokes. I don't know if he knows the answer. He did elude the rush, though. Flips it out to Jones, and they fumble the ball.
But we got a penalty flag on the play, too.
There's a lot going on in this second down play. Let's see what this is. A hanky lane on the 20-yard line.
And it might go against the Indians.
And it is, always. It's been a challenging year so far for the Anderson Indian offensive line, and is once again tonight. 5:05 to go here in the second half. You know, Bill, if Anderson is able to They get a touchdown here. Just down two scores going into halftime.
You know, that would be big for this, young ball club.
At least a little bit of a psychological boost. They struggled tonight for a big home crowd here at Harrison High School. William Henry Harrison High School, named after Old Tippecanoe.
There you go. And then they honored the police officers, all the first responders and everything, because this past week we, honored the people from 9/11 that lost their lives during that attack 17 years ago.
Quick peek at the Titus Baker out-of-town scoreboard. Check this out, Bill. Warren Central 35, Ben Davis zilch.
Wow.
Xander Stokes, 2nd and 22. Malachi Qualls! He's at the 30 and knocked out of bounds. Not quite a first down yet, but a great play on 2nd down, making what would have been a 3rd and impossible, 3rd and manageable. 4 minutes, 54 seconds frozen on the second quarter scoreboard.
Here comes the tomahawk chant there.
Which would make a lot more sense if it was on the Anderson Indian sideline than the Harrison Raiders sideline in retrospect. And Xander Stokes, whatever sideline, was swarmed. Jake Urban was there. Jacob Kane was there. And a bunch of other Raiders. 4th down and long.
This Raider ball club looks a lot better than the Raider ball club we seen Monday night.
That's true. Especially in the second half. Yikes.
Chucky's back at Oakland.
But one of the sequels, not the original version. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in this second quarter. Scoreboard says 4th and 5. I believe it's longer than that.
And now they got to burn another timeout.
And while we do have some time, this is, here it is. I want to draw something to your attention for a moment. It's a bit of sad news. Not a bit of sad news, but it's from earlier this week. Evan Hansen was not only a senior and starting linebacker at Wabash College, but he was one of the Little Giants captains. He made the all-conference team just last year, and he interned as a Spanish interpreter at Maryland Hospital and at Our Lady of Mount Carmel's Merciful Help Center. We were parishioners there together, and some of my friends were his as well. But on Monday, under tragic circumstances that no parent, sibling, or friend would ever dare imagine, Evan Hansen is gone, dead at 21. He's survived by his parents, Chuck and Mary, brothers Carl and Jack, and just some 7 hours ago, literally hundreds of relatives and friends said their final goodbyes at his funeral. Evan's father posted on Facebook, "Our devastation is total. Your prayers and support make a difference." Words I'm sure that are underestimates of hurricane proportions. But this is a request we can fulfill, and if you would join me for a quick moment of silent prayer before the play begins, for a young man gone too soon and for his grieving loved ones left behind. Thank you. It is 4th and 5. 4 minutes, 5 seconds to go in the first half, and a huge play coming up for the Anderson Indians.
Guy you got to look out for is number 15, Urban.
And Harrison needs to look out for Malachi Qualls. Here's Stokes with some time. No, he doesn't. He's chased by Urban, and he's down at his own 15-yard line. For a moment, it seemed like there was time, and then time evaporated quickly.
And again, but that's the first time here in the second quarter that they turned it over on downs. They turned it over on downs like 4 times, I believe, in that first quarter. So the ball goes over to Harrison in great field position.
And they had great field position on their first 2 drives, Bill, and cashed in each one. Check the lineups. Andrew Jansen under center. Marcel Atiso is on the left side. Stephen Coffing with 2 touchdowns already to his name to the right. The fullback is Omarion Dixon. Atiso is in motion. The handoff is kept by Jensen, who sprints up the middle of the field and into the end zone. Touchdown, Andrew Jensen and the Raiders. That's 4 carries, 57 yards for Jensen, the most on the team, 2 touchdowns.
An 18-yard run by Jensen.
And a 14-point swing for the Raiders. As you can see on the camera, the sun's setting. And the Raiders, it's all looking good. It's up, it's through. 35-7 in favor of the home team on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Atlas Excavating. When you have public, commercial, or private utility work that needs to be done quickly and with an eye of quality, look no further than Atlas Excavating. We have the most highly trained, industrial certified master excavators with years of experience working both with public and private clients. Give Atlas Excavating a call at 765-429-4800.
Welcome back, folks. 3 minutes, 52 seconds left in the first half. Harrison leads 35-7, and we're going to recap how we got to that point.
Harrison.
After this kick.
Okay.
Brian Pinnell will restart it. Beautiful evening here in West Lafayette. Dennison will field it. He's at the 5, the 10. Trying to juke back to the near side of the field and gets across the 20, which is where Anderson will start over. Bill, while the replay is going on, how do we get to 35 points?
Harrison scored first, a coffee TD. The extra point was good at 8:55 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Jensen with a TD run. The extra point was good at 4:33. Harrison then again, Jensen at the 2:47 mark, a 24-yard TD pass to Armstrong. The extra point was good. Harrison again scored with a coffee TD, and then Jensen with that 18-yard TD run. And that's where we stand, 35-7, Harrison.
And here's a play to the boundary, which gets a few yards. Second down and manageable on the Titus Bakery out-of-town scoreboard. Give you a quick update. With 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Lutheran leads Traders Park Tudor 28-0. That's at the half. Traders Point leads Frontier 20-0. Beech Grove leads Brown County 23-0. Again, with all these big scores to little. Southport leads Bishop Chatard 13-7. Culver leads Brebeuf 7-3. Heritage Christian leads Shortridge 14-7. Xander Stokes looked for Malachi Qualls but just missed him outside, 3rd and 4. And Covenant Christian leads Tindley 21-0. 3 minutes, 4 seconds left in this opening half.
We'll talk about it later, but next week we're going to see that Covenant Christian Ball Club against Heritage.
Off to a strong start of the year. The Covenant Christian Warriors. 4-0 entering tonight. And they're leading Tindley 21-0. 3rd and 4. Xander Stokes. Urban's there. So is our buddy Jacob Kane. And another big third down sack for the Raiders. And it just seems like, Bill, that Anderson just can't find any time.
You know, and they can't with that offensive line of Anderson not able to hold off the big rush and blitzes by this Harrison defensive line.
And we said Harrison entered tonight leading the conference with 6 sacks. They were 5th in the entire 5A class. They've got 4 tonight, a loss of 32. Tim Nethery gets this one away. Nethery Carter, excuse me. And it bounces with the Anderson roll across the 40 to the 41 with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left in this first half. Now, Bill, we were expecting to see, like, there have been moments when Anderson has shown their brilliant passing attack, but the Harrison rush has been every bit as good as advertised.
You know, and it has, you know, with McCain and Urban and that whole defensive front there of Harrison. And they are just, I mean, I talked about how Stokes can get the ball out quick, but when he's pressured, he can't. He doesn't have time to look at his reads. He can't even look at his first read. With the defense for Harrison is on him.
So 1st and 10, Harrison can lop on some more damage, but they won't because there's a flag. So we'll see what this one is. False start, courtesy of head referee Casey Wright. And just like, it's really, Bill, the game could not be going any better for Harrison. They really should have had another touchdown, but they fumbled it from the goal line. Here's Andrew Jensen under center. Dixon is the fullback. He's going to fake it to him. He's going to go right up the gut. He's to the 35. Luke moves outside to the 30. He's at the 25. He's got a little bit of room, and he's ushered out of bounds by Octavius Anderson, but not after another huge run for the Raiders. All the way down to the 11.
You know, when Jensen decided to run the ball, he knew that he had the blockers downfield, and they were able to seal some seams for him. And he took it, and Harrison's knocking on that door again.
Check this out, Bill. Here's the replay. While we're looking at this run, 35 yards, and if you add it all up, which we can on our little abacus, you have 5 carries for 92 for this man, Andrew Jensen. He's going to give it this time. There's some running room for his man, Isaiah Armstrong, into the end zone for another Raider touchdown. 41-7. With $1:50 to go in the first half, Bill.
Still time.
If
you're
Anderson,
Harrison,
yeah,
to maybe score again.
Might as well. And remember remember the Titans. I don't remember which coach it was. Here's the extra point is up and good. And right now the Raiders, they're not trying to run it up on them, but they can't be stopped. They lead 42-7.
You know, and I'm sure come the second half, we're going to see a lot of different players come in and get their chance to participate in a varsity football game.
And let's look at our little stat sheet. But Andrew Jensen, here's the replay of the touchdown. 5 carries, 92 yards, 2 scores. You have Isaiah Armstrong, 5 carries, 49 yards with a score. Steve Coffin, very efficient, 3 carries, 18 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Amarion Dixon found his way to have 2 carries and 21 yards. That's pretty overpowering, Bill.
It is overpowering, and you know, if you're Coach Qualls right now, you know, you just got to, you know, say that there's going to be some teaching moments which they have been all year for Coach Qualls at Anderson. But if you're Harrison, Jonathan, I look at it like a finely tuned engine on your car, and all cylinders are working to perfection.
It is, and as we said in our opening, this was a game one of these teams was really, really needed because both teams have an easier stretch of their schedule coming up after this one, and Harrison has taken advantage. They have 218 rushing yards in the first half. And here's Dennison, but it's a touchback because he caught it in the end zone, which is unfortunate for him.
They'll bring it out to Anderson's own 20-yard line.
So $1:49. Anderson, you're looking for, and it feels like it was 25 minutes ago, but it was only 4 minutes in game time when we were saying you're down. If you get a touchdown here, you cut it to 2 scores.
Right.
And now you just want something positive if you're the Indians.
Yeah, don't give this ball back to Harrison. Run some plays, get some positive yardage out of it, and go into the halftime and make some adjustments. As they move the ball, so it's going to be to the wide side for Anderson, the wide side right.
So 1 minute, 49 seconds. We have a good halftime show coming up for you. Here's a good play for Anderson. Literally. Octavius Anderson gets it close to a first down. We're going to recap this one. We're going to look forward to the next one. Got a good program from our partners at the IHSAA. They always have a good message to say. Xander Stokes currently 18 of 25, 157 yards. They need a lot more. 1:13 to go. Xander Stokes looking left, over the middle. Dennison has it. He's dangerous, but he runs right into a Raider. It is a first down. Good player Quentin Wood was there to lay the hit, and we've seen him lay a couple so far tonight.
They lined 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Dennison was able to get down into that area. He knew where the first down marker was able to catch the ball from Stokes and pick up the first down.
We're inside a minute left in the first half. A much-needed halftime coming up for Anderson. Stokes. Here's this out down the sideline. Lemon's there, but it's just outside of his grasp. Clock freezes with 45 seconds left.
Jonathan, the temperature here around the area today was warm. Mm-hmm. The sun's down. The lights are on. And it's a little cool in the air now.
It feels good here in the Tippecanoe Valley. Beautiful evening. One of the final late summer games. Malachi Qualls catches this one, gets about 2 yards before he's driven backwards. Clock still running. He's third down and long.
As Malachi stayed in bounds, that clock continues to tick down, and you just want to.
I think they're going to try to get one more play off, Bill. It's 15 seconds.
Well, they
don't have to. There's 21 seconds on the play clock. There's 9 on the game clock, but that doesn't matter. They will get one more in. Xander Stokes, and they probably shouldn't have because he just got sacked by 2 players, and that will do it. And what a there are no better images to describe the first half than what we just saw. It was all Harrison Raiders, 42-7, Bill. The Raiders came in tonight 1-3. They needed redemption, and they're getting it.
They definitely have got it, and now you go into halftime. Different talks from Terry Peoples of Harrison and compared to Ron Qualls.
And let's take a quick moment to look at our Titus Bakery out-of-town scoreboard. Titus Bakery, 2 locations, Lebanon, Westfield, both on State Road 32, north of Indianapolis. In southern Indiana, a big game. Bedford North Lawrence leads Seymour 14-13. Carmel leads Lawrence North 17-3. North Central 12, Center Grove 7. The Trojans have had a really weird year, Bill. They started out with 2 losses, looked lost, and then they've won their last 2 games, currently losing, though at home. Columbus East trails New Albany 13-7. Mooresville, the Pioneers have been off to a good start. Decatur Central leads Mooresville 21-14. Roncalli leads Cecina 21-14. South Adams, this is a big game in 1A. Monroe Central has received first place votes all year long. They're trailing the Starfires. South Adams 21-8. Warren Central in command over Ben Davis 42-7. And then Cathedral on their 100th anniversary game, they trail St. Xavier of Cincinnati 6-0. One more score for you. New Palestine, they lead Pendleton Heights 13-7.
Wow, that's a surprise there. The Pendleton, Arabians, they're staying tough with that New Palestine ball club.
They are. New Palestine they have been able to outdistance everybody this year, except for tonight. Looking at our next week's game really quickly, we have a good one, Bill. Covenant Christian and Heritage Christian so far tonight. Covenant leads Tindley 21-0. Heritage Christian leads Shortridge 14-6. Covenant entered tonight undefeated. Heritage Christian was 2-2, but it looks like another interesting matchup for us.
Yeah, we're looking forward to watching the Covenant Christian. I think the head football coach here at Covenant and Larry McWhorter.
I do.
He was coached at Zionsville, the Zionsville Eagles.
He was my coach from my high school years. But we're going to step away for a little bit, but don't go anywhere. We have some great word from our partners at the IHSAA here on IndianaSRN. We'll get you set for the second half next on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 21 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Well, the foundation was a dream that I had when I first took over as commissioner in 2011. And one of the first questions that was asked to me upon assuming the new job was, what are you going to do to help schools? And one of those was to try to help them financially. And so we've been working on this notion of trying to help schools financially, but at the same time, try to emphasize and accentuate the education side of athletics. And we like to call ourselves education-based athletics. Because of that, we're trying to fund programming that might not necessarily be funded by a member school, such as leadership training for student athletes, coaching education for our coaches, and those types of initiatives where we can expand our breadth and depth of what we're doing, and then try to help our member schools with the students that they serve.
Well, I just joined the foundation in September. I'm thrilled for the opportunity to be part of this team and part of this program. I love high school athletics. It's been meaningful for me, my family, and my children, and I'm just thrilled for the opportunity to be part of the team. Well, I feel so excited about this opportunity because we can make a difference. And I feel like when you come into this job, for me personally, you get a chance to go make a difference in this area of the state, in all three of our districts, from state line to state line.
I heard about the foundation from Bobby Cox, and he called me and said, would you be interested? Well, how do you say no to an organization that your father's been involved in, I've participated. I've given lectures to coaches on athletic training and participation. So I jumped at the opportunity to give something back to the IHSAA.
Well, the foundation's set up currently to start to provide programs for schools around the state, specifically for student leadership opportunities, coach, administrator, principal, superintendent development opportunities for them as well. So some of our future plans would include raising money so we can provide scholarships for students and deserving students, also provide grants to some of the schools around the state that don't have the resources that a lot of the other bigger schools may have.
Well, obviously sports is our world here at the Indianapolis Colts, and you can't work for a pro football team without being a huge proponent of sports in general. And the things that sports teaches young people, it mirrors life in a lot of ways. It teaches teamwork and goal setting and perseverance, discipline, and it also teaches you the rewards of hard work. And there's such a high an adrenaline rush when you've achieved or been victorious or performed well after months, if not years, of preparation and hard work. And that's just one of the reasons that we support the IHSAA Foundation.
Yes, I think that quite clearly there are communities that have rallying, galvanizing impacts, and high school sports has always been that in the state of Indiana. But you also see that growing commitment around communities as they spend their evenings with their children as well as with the people that they know in their communities, and it really brings communities together. So I think that high school athletics has a significant role in positive development of our various communities around the state. You can't quite compete if you don't have the same equipment, you don't have the same resources, you don't have the same nutrition, you don't have the same sort of coaching, but you can elevate that by contributing to the IHSAA's foundation, which supports those initiatives.
Every young person deserves the opportunity just the same to participate and to be a part of things. And so the opportunity the foundation has to increase the role of student athletes in their community, to strengthen the relationship and the role and the effectiveness and the leadership of their coaches, to learn to be leaders. Being a part of a team is a great leadership development experience.
Women who are in board roles, women who are leading companies, guess what? One of the number one alignment items is leadership in played high school and probably college sports. That matters, and both of those are education-based. So it had an impact on me. I'm now a businesswoman. I also coach basketball, but having to juggle education and sports and perform both at a high level is really, really a lesson learned for life.
Education-based athletics matters, the student and the athlete. We take that seriously. The student first, the athlete second. The field of play is an extension of the classroom where these kids are learning life lessons that they will take with them for the rest of their lives.
Athletics is an extension of the classroom. And how it impacted me, I had to learn how to operate on a team. And then as I became a captain, then I had to learn how to coach and guide my colleagues. Guess what? That then happened at work. 10 and 20 and now 30 years later. You have to learn how to show up and be on time. The bus leaves. If you're not there, you can't go. Many times, the discipline and the feedback isn't maybe as harsh as it is in the classroom, and it's very quick and potentially harsh, but kind and loving and wanting to get better in sports and on the field.
I think in high school athletics, you learn a lot about leadership. I was able to be a team captain for 3 years, and I learned so much that it's not just about the position, but it's about the influence that you're able to make towards a positive change with a mission greater than yourself. And that lesson for me has been able to apply to going to Notre Dame, being a team captain there, to going and playing 5 years professionally and a year in the NBA. And there's a difference in the resilience of the athletes that played high school athletics. And there's a difference in how they're able to bounce back the day after a tough loss, or they're able to bounce back after a coach corrects them on the thing that they need to do. And the resilience and the opportunity to be able to lead in that way is something that's going to carry well past, but be able to be learned better there than it can, in my opinion, any other place.
Well, our patrons can all go to our website and they can get involved with donating to the foundation. We like to call that investing. We're investing in young people, investing in our schools. And then our schools will have an opportunity to solicit funds in the forms of grants from our foundation board, and we will entertain those grants on an annual basis and make awards based upon those requests that we receive. And we want that to be an ongoing and a growing opportunity for not only our patrons that support us at our contest in our communities, but also our member schools to identify things they feel that are important in their schools and their communities where they need additional funding and support, and that's something that the foundation can be a part of.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
How does a good man become even better? By working out? Or by working his way up the corporate ladder? By changing his diet? Or by changing his style? By traveling the world? Or by staying perfectly still? For 300 years, we've helped good men become the best versions of themselves through a dedicated fraternity and by taking an oath to live a life of integrity, service, and brotherly love. Men who are as committed to each other and their families as they are to our noble cause. In the end, we don't just make men better, we make them Masons. Not just a man, a Mason.
Welcome back, everybody. West Lafayette, Indiana. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Bill Ludlow's alongside me, and you see I guess you don't see. We'll get you. The halftime score is pretty commanding. Harrison 42, Anderson 7. Some other scores from around our family of networks on the Titus Bakery Out of Town scoreboard. Halftime scores. Lutheran leads Park Tudor 28-0. Traders Point 20. Frontier 8. Beech Grove 30. Brown County 14. Bishop Chatard 28. Southport 19. Culver 7. Brebeuf 3. Heritage Christian 14. Shortridge 6. And then Covenant leads Tindley 24-0. And that reminds me, speaking of Covenant and Heritage Christian, Bill, that's where we're going to be next week.
We are. We got a short road trip next week as we just travel up Shadeland Avenue to 75th and 37 to the home of the Heritage Christian Golden Eagles.
Heritage Christian entered tonight 2-2. Covenant Christian entered tonight 4-0. And if results hold, 2 winning teams.
You know, and you look at that Covenant Ball Club, and this is like the third or fourth year for Larry McWhorter to start off Covenant's year undefeated. You know, he went all the way to, the second or third year, and they went undefeated up until sectional time and then finally got knocked off. But got some good ball players, Larry does, out there at Covenant Christian, and likewise for Heritage. So we're going to see two great ball clubs again next week, like we have all year long, Jonathan. And And who's to believe that we are in our 5th game of high school football already?
It just doesn't seem
Where
possible.
has time gone, Jonathan?
Backwards, I guess. We went past it. Some stats from the first half. Harrison with their big lead, 42-7. Andrew Jensen, big shout out to his family listening in. Thank you for everybody who tunes in to IndianaSRN's webcast. Andrew Jensen was 1 of 1, 24 yards and a touchdown. He threw that touchdown to Isaiah Armstrong, so if you add up their passing, pretty easy. 24 yards with 1 score. On the ground, Andrew Jensen once again, 5 carries, 92 yards and 2 scores. Isaiah Armstrong had 5 carries for 49 and 1 touchdown. Marcel Atiso, 3 carries, 38 yards. Amarian Dixon, 2 carries for 21. And Steve Coffin, 3 for 18 with 2 scores. You add it all up, 242 yards with 6 touchdowns for Harrison. Anderson Xander Stokes had 20 of 28 passing for 170 yards. The receiving was broken up between Malachi Qualls, who had the most catches, 8 for 49 yards. Octavius Anderson, who had the most yards, 78 of them on 7 catches. Willie Dennison had the highest average, 3 for 44. And Joseph Jones was 2 catches for -1. Rushing, Xander Stokes, this is not good. I think the easiest way to say it is that if you add up their rushing yards plus the team yards they lost through sacks, they were -36. And so if you add it up on the first half, 134 total yards for Anderson. And when Harrison can run any, you can't have that big a discrepancy. At least no rushing yards, and not only none, but a negative amount.
Yeah, you can't. You're not going to win very many games doing that. You know, and as we look on our screen now with our covenant at Heritage Christian next week.
The Eagles.
You know, and another thing too, Jonathan Anderson had 4 turnover on downs that first quarter. They had 1 in the second quarter for a total of 5, and you got to clean some of that up. You got to be able to move the ball and keep this high-powered offense of Harrison off the field if you're going to make this a comfortable game, I guess.
It's a character game now for Anderson. You know, you come out and you test yourself, and you have to just keep battling, even though there is a gigantic mountain in front of them, which is a 35-point deficit.
You know, that's a big mountain to climb. But again, we've talked about this throughout the broadcast, how Coach Qualls has to use these as teaching moments. They're not, you know, there's some of these players for Anderson probably not going to play football after they graduate. But what you can teach life lessons here that, you know, as you go through life, you're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have and you got to work through them.
And Ron Qualls, he has a reputation as a program builder. When he took over Heritage Christian, they had no football tradition of merit.
Right.
But they won 6 games his first 3 years, and they stuck with it, went to semi-state in 2007, and won the state title the next year in 2008 as the game of fair catch is called at the 33-yard line. And that is where Harrison will take over in their orange uniforms. Kind of Denver Bronco colors a little bit. Anderson and white. And we're going to learn really quickly.
We can see the numbers too.
Oh, yeah. This is, for anyone who just tuned in, Bill Ludlow and I, are 2 of our first 4 games together. We had one of the team who will not be mentioned at this moment. They wore uniforms that their away ones were all white with white numbers, and their home ones were all black with black numbers. So this is a breath of fresh air. Jensen hands it off to Dixon, Omarion Dixon. He only had a couple carries in the first half, and he has a first down here.
That was a nice run by Dixon. And, you know, I was watching that offensive line for Harrison on that play. The linemen are getting off the ball quick and pushing Anderson's defensive line back. So that's, you know, that's a feather in the cap for Coach Peoples. If you can move their defense back and your offensive linemen go downfield, your runners have got a chance to take it to the house several times, which they've done tonight.
1st and 10. Jensen will give it away. And it'll be close to another first down for Harrison. This one's a little short. Got about 8 yards. Marion Dixon once again. 2 carries in the first half. He's already got 2 in the second. Second and 2. We're going to reset a little bit. Isaiah Armstrong is the wing back on the far side, coughing. It's the near one. The handoff is to Dixon, and he barrels forward across the 40 and down about the 36-yard line.
The guy that came in and laid a lick on him for Anderson's number 51, Jack Gray. He had him. Dixon was able to break it, but then Gray got up off the ground and went down and assisted on the tackle.
Gray's a good player for Anderson. He had 13 tackles last week, 2 for a loss. Dixon's out. New fullback in. Just going to go right to him. A barreling run.
It was Corey Brook, number 48. Coy Brook. He's a 5'11", 230-pound junior.
And he stays in. Second and 1. Jensen will keep it, and he has the first down across the 25-yard, to the 5-yard line, just across it.
So we're 2 minutes into the start of the second half, and Harrison, Jonathan, is just moving the ball at will down the field.
Looks a lot like the first half, really.
They've all been rushes here on this drive, 5 rushes.
So Dixon back in at tailback, or back in at fullback, more accurately. Behind Jensen. He's going to give it to Dixon, who's battling forward and dragging 2 guys with him across the 20-yard line.
One of those guys he's dragging is number 51, Jack Gray again.
A little bit of everywhere for the Indian defender.
They're in that red zone, Jonathan. So
that old pesky red zone. Isaiah Armstrong, the wing to the right. Coughing, the wing to the near side. Armstrong, the wing to the far side. He's the one in motion. They're going to give it to Dixon, and he pierces the defense to the 11-yard line. And so far, no matter what was discussed in the locker room, there is no answer for the Raider rushing attack.
You know, and we've seen that, you know, throughout our careers, and as we cover, you know, the sports. You know, some teams are, you know, they don't have an answer.
No,
and I don't have an answer. If I had an answer, I'd be down there with Coach Qualls, right?
It's tackle, but they're trying. I formation. Brook in motion. Dixon, why give it to anybody else? The left side, he cuts inside. He's still moving inside the 5, and he's marked just short of the goal line. All the way down to the 2.
And this drive started at their own 33-yard line. Coming up is the 9th play of this drive.
Dixon now, only 2 carries in the first half. He's got 6 in the second. 8 carries, 75 yards. And he's at the front of the eye. Armstrong is the back end. Brooke was in motion. It's to Dixon, and he's earned it. Touchdown, Raiders!
Dixon.
48-7. The bomb's
Here
going
comes
on.
the fireworks.
They keep it close. On to kick is Pinnell. Mason plug the holder. Snap. It's down. It's up. It looks good. And it is 49-7 in favor of Harrison on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
So we're sitting here with the man, Tom Morales. If you want to build culture and grow your business the right way, take a page out of his playbook. You know, Tom's best strength is his ability to be available as a leader. And so I wanted to show you kind of his day-to-day as he walks the floor here at Morales Group.
But I also want them to understand that I'm never not there for them. For the company is a person we call our janitor. And so when we held them in that level of high esteem and stuff, I think they realize that they're as important as anybody else in this company.
Thanks to Ray Marketing for underwriting this sports program on IndianaSRN.org. You can contact Jess at 317-782-0904. Need a uniform, silk screening, even banners? Contact Ray. He's your man. Ray Marketing, 317-782-0904. Or online at raymarketing.com.
Welcome back, everybody. The game's reset. Harrison just scored. Marion Dixon had the touchdown. Dennison drops this kick return. He's able to pick it up. Gets it. Had to break one tackle across the 10 and rumbles forward across the 15. And that is where Anderson will take over. Taking a peek at our Titus Bakery Out-of-Town scoreboard. Bill, I got a interesting one for you from Class 1A. Pioneer, they're really good, right?
Yeah, they're not a bad ball club up there.
Two-time defending state champion, am I remembering correctly?
Yeah.
They won a squeaker tonight over North White, 78-0.
You know what? I don't think there may be one team that scored against Pioneer this year, but all the other times they've shut them out.
Here's the replay of the touchdown. Marion Dixon had an incredible drive last time up. He only had 2 carries in the first half. He had 7 in the second. He's north of 75 yards. Xander Stokes. And they don't get much. Back to the line of scrimmage, 1 yard more from Malachi Qualls. Here it is.
Here comes our replay on the Dixon touchdown.
Dixon is the one closest to the quarterback, and football parlays is called the sniffer back. And this is going to go very well for number 47. He ran over a guy.
Just look at how, again, that offensive line for Harrison is just pushing the defensive line of Anderson back.
Here is 2nd and 8. Stokes hands it off in a big hole. It opens up. And he's still going out almost to the 40-yard line. Octavius Anderson. Where's that been?
It's been in the back pocket of the coach there, and let's just bring it out.
Probably should have been in the front pocket. We talked about the Pioneer score a little bit, or just a couple moments ago. The only other team to receive a first-place vote in Class 1A was Monroe Central, and they are losing 29-15 to South Adams. The Starfires. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Stokes. Looks right, throws right, and misses Malachi Qualls.
I believe that quarterback for the Pioneer Ball Club is Jack Kaiser.
He is.
Jack Kaiser's headed to the Fighting Irish
Yeah.
of Notre Dame.
I'm excited to have him. I think he's going to be a linebacker for the Irish. He needs some time to kind of develop more specialized skill set, I think. But he's going to be a good player no matter what. 2nd and 10 for another good player, Xander Stokes. 6 minutes, 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. Stokes will run and has to elude Jake Urban. Now he pulls back, flips one over the defenders and out of bounds. Tyshawn Lemon wasn't looking for it, he was blocking.
Well, you got to have a presence of mind. When you see your quarterback flushed out of the pocket like that, you don't know if he's going to run or throw the ball. So you got to be cognizant where, if he's going to throw the ball. So you got to keep your eye, downfield a little bit and some on your quarterback. Help your quarterback out.
The Tomahawk chant begins once again by the team who's not the Indians. 3rd and 10. Stokes on the rollout to the right. Will take off down the sideline and is ushered out of bounds after gained a couple yards, maybe 3. Speaking of Jack Kaiser's future school, number 8 Notre Dame welcomes undefeated Vanderbilt to Notre Dame Stadium at 2:30 tomorrow on NBC. Other in-state games. This is a big one in-state, actually. Ball State, who showed very well last week against the Irish, they go down to Bloomington to play the Hoosiers, and Purdue in a gotta-have-it, you'd think, against Missouri tomorrow at 7:30 on the Big Ten Network. Those are actually spaced out pretty well. IU's at noon, Notre Dame's at 2:30, Purdue at 7:30. 4th and 9.
Got football all day.
Stokes needs it now, and he's not going to get it. Driven down by Joseph Laurie. And another turnover on downs.
That makes the 6th one of the game.
If you add it all up, sacks-wise, that is 6 sacks and for 45 yards. That's not good, Bill. I'm not going to get it done.
Not going to get it done, and Harrison gets the ball again. Good field position. 6:07 to go here in the third quarter. And they will be on Anderson's 36-yard line. Andrew Jensen still out there as quarterback.
So Jack Schrempf will come in at quarterback. Trading out Andrew Jensen. And they not as smooth as the initial one. The handoff was to Coy Brook, and I think he tumbled for about 2 feet.
Coming in for Anderson, or for Harrison, it's number 2, but I don't have a number 2 on my roster there, Jonathan.
The mystery man is now at quarterback.
There you go.
His first name's Tyler. The crowd loves him. We'll check that name at our next break. He's going to hand it off to the big fella, Coy Brook, and he rumbles forward across the 30. Hey, Bill, we've been doing this past few games. We didn't do it last week, but I have been querying Bill. There's a lot of high school mascots in the state for football and, all the sports. But I thought this week, while we just intermingled in the action, is how many Indiana high school IHSAA teams have the same mascot as a major league ball club. Now, Bill in front of him has a list of all the major league teams, and there are 11 to pick from, and we'll go through this as we have time, and currently we do because there is a stoppage of play.
And number 6, Jack Schrempf's back in at quarterback. Go ahead, Jonathan.
All right, so, Bill, there are 11 IHSAA teams that share mascots with major league teams. Who are they?
All right.
You can play this at home, too.
The Orioles. Baltimore Orioles.
Yep, that's one. There are 2 Orioles in IHSAA, Avon and Indiana Deaf.
Blue Jays.
That is, I thought that would be tough, but that's North Judson St. Let me try that again. North Judson St. Pierre. Now, 3rd and 3. Schrempf will hand it off and not get much.
Indians.
That's pretty easy. That's Anderson is one of them. There are 6 of them. Milan, this is what I thought was interesting with the Indians, was that the 2 darling basketball programs in the state, Crispus Attucks and Milan, both Indians.
There you go.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a different team.
Oh.
That's a different team.
Oh.
But Milan's the Indians.
Milan's the Indians.
And I just alluded.
Attucks is the Tigers.
Okay, well,
and we do have the Tigers.
I blew that one.
How about that?
You got 3 so far.
Thanks for some little help here from.
This is gonna be a long, long field goal. You don't see these much. Pinnell. That's almost a 40-yarder.
He's got it.
He's got a ton of room.
Nailed it.
It was long enough, and it's good. 52-7. Bill's going to think about these numbers, and we're going to be back on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Dennis Bakery.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jonathan Mathis. Bill Ludlow is looking over a list of Major League Baseball teams, trying to figure out which schools in Indiana share mascots with the Major League Baseball teams. And we just saw a really, really long field goal from Brian Pinnell.
You got the Cardinals.
Yes, 2 of them. Southport and East Chicago Central. And here's the replay, Bill. Look at this rocket. Bang. He could have kicked that from 67.
He could have got it into the soccer net down there.
Gosh. He might have. That was incredible.
You got the Giants.
Yes. We'll recap, actually. Ben Davis is the main Giants, and here is the kickoff. Pinnell, he could have made that kick from there. Here's Dennison. 15. Stutter steps. Outside. Some running room. Gets it across the 25 to the 28. So far, Bill has gotten Blue Jays, Cardinals, Giants, Indians, Orioles, and Tigers.
Pirates?
Yes. 3 Pirates. Charleston, Greenberg, and Maryville. Kind of a random assortment of schools. 1st and 10 for Anderson, the Indians. Bill got that one right.
Royals.
Yes. Good so far. I haven't gotten any wrong yet. That's Hamilton Southeastern and Eastern Hancock.
4 more to go, right? Or
Correct.
3 more?
1, 2.
I got 8.
You got 3 more to go.
All right.
There's actually a couple bonus ones if you get those. Here's Stokes, fires this one, quals, and is driven out of bounds. But no flag. 3 more.
Braves?
Yes, 7 Braves. Connequa, Terre Haute South, Tecumseh, Indian Creek, Belmont, Brebeuf. 2 more. These are tough because there's only one. There's 2 mascots and they're broken up over 2 schools, so there's no doubles left.
Is there any twins?
There are no twins.
No twins. All right.
That's a very specific nickname for Minnesota because they have the Twin Cities.
Angels?
Nope. There are a bunch of
Rangers.
Saints though.
Rangers.
There are Forest Park, the Rangers.
All right.
You got 1 more. And after this play, Bill's going to think it over. But here is a penalty flag for a delay of game. There is 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in this 3rd quarter. I'll give you a couple of the bonus ones. There used to be a Rockies, but there aren't anymore because Plymouth changed theirs. And there's a Senators, but there's no Major League Baseball team that's the Senators anymore.
Diamondbacks?
No.
No.
2nd down. Stokes flips this one over the middle, and it's caught by Anderson, I think, but it's a turnover. He ripped it away from him. And everything's going right for Harrison. What a play. I believe that was Quentin Wood. As the turnover on downs, I'll give you a hint, Bill. You want a hint?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
okay.
Not yet.
All right.
Marlins?
No, there are no Marlins. 1st and 10 for Harrison. Our freshman friend is back at quarterback. He will give it. And they're not going anywhere. That was Coy Brook on the run, and the Indians swarmed him.
Reds?
Nope. Although that would make sense. You'd think there might be a Reds, but
Rays?
in no Rays. In Kentucky there's a Maroons, but not in Indiana. 2nd down and 10. Ball is on the 35-yard line, on the Anderson side of the 35 to be specific. It's to Brook again, and this time he barrels forward to the 30-yard line, gain of 5 on the play.
Athletics?
No athletics. There is, however, athletics in Indiana, but no athletics team name.
Mariners?
No.
Man. Brewers?
No, they're not Brewers. You're
All right, we're just going down the list.
You're kind of, you're process of elimination. You only got like 3 left.
Phillies?
Bill, there's no Phillies.
Nationals?
Specifically, no, there are no Nationals.
Mets?
Nope.
No Marlins?
No Marlins.
No Cubs?
Are you
Oh, yeah,
sure?
there is a Cub.
Yes,
yeah.
Madison. Bill got it.
Look at there.
Congratulations.
Look
Madison
at there.
Cubs. And here's a handoff to Brook, Coy Brook. And he's got a 1st down, I believe. If he doesn't, it's right at the line. Got them all. The Braves, Blue Jays, Cardinals, Cubs. That was a toughie. Giants, Indians, Orioles, Pirates, Rangers, Royals, Tigers. 2 bonuses for the Rockies or the Senators. Well done, Bill.
Stay tuned for next week. I'm sure Jonathan's going to come up with. Yes.
1 minute, 25 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. In motion with Jacob Beecher, but he won't get it. It'll be a dive play on the left side. Clock running. 1:10 to go here in the 3rd. 2nd down and 5. Ball on the 20.
After the quarter ends and we come back, I've got a little history about the Anderson Indians.
Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Brook is the fullback. Beecher is one of the tailbacks. They give it to Brook, and he's hit immediately. Oh, my. All over it was Stephen Jacobs, a junior. Just gave him a bear hug. 30 seconds to go in the 3rd. Other college games around. We went through the Indiana schools, some big ones. Number 12 LSU goes to number 7 Auburn. That's on CBS, 3:30. Undefeated Alabama goes to Ole Miss, and the Tide are only favored by 3 touchdowns.
Only 3.
Only 3. Ohio State, number 4 on the road at number 15 TCU. USC and Texas. Those have been a couple classic games in their history. Number 17 Boise State, number 24 Oklahoma State. Those are the only other ranked matchups, and we'll have some history blast coming up in a second on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Trouble sleeping? Feeling anxious? Easily distracted? Or just looking to perform at the top of your game? NeuroGroove can help. NeuroGroove uses advanced neurotechnology that offers training to the brain, enabling it to function at its best. Training is absolutely effortless. You can relax, close your eyes, and even zone out if you want. To set up an appointment or to learn how NeuroGroove can help, call 317-897-9990. Ask about our 20-session guarantee. Have you trained your brain today?
Welcome to the fourth quarter, everybody. Harrison leads 52-7 over Anderson. 2-hour drive for the Indians, and the Raiders were ready for him, Bill.
The Raiders.
Raiders.
They came out to play tonight. So, Jonathan, you said that these ball clubs, maybe Anderson, the schedule might get a little easier, maybe?
They do. For Anderson, they actually have a tough game next week, but believe me, it does get easier overall. They welcome Lafayette Jeff to Anderson. Then they have Arsenal Tech and Richmond are combined, entering tonight 2-6. On the end around, trying to get some room, chased out of bounds, and that will be up fourth down.
All right, you want a little bit of trivia here?
Do I ever?
All right, we've got Anderson Indians.
Yes.
A few years ago, there were 3 high schools in the city of Anderson. It was Anderson, Madison Heights, and Highland. Now they've got one school. It's the Anderson Indians.
Well, there you go. That's what happens with consolidation. And this young fella, Ryan Pinnell, senior, has a cannon for a right leg.
He got it.
And he hit it out of the park. 55-7. Holy smokes.
And the bleeding just continues for the Anderson Indians.
Quick check at the Titus Bakery out-of-town scoreboard. The big one in southern Indiana, Bedford North Lawrence is beating Seymour 27-19. Carmel over Lawrence North 23-9. Upset Brewing North Central 26, Center Grove 14. Columbus East 20, New Albany 19, Columbus North 10. We saw the Bulldogs earlier this year. They look awfully impressive. They're beating Garin Catholic 10-3. Decatur Central, yikes, 38-21 over Mooresville. Roncalli's getting back on the right track. They're leading Cecina 35-21. South Adams 36, Monroe Central 15. Warren Central, well, Ben Davis, they got 21. You want to guess what Warren Central's got?
42.
56.
Okay.
Zionsville 10, Noblesville nothing, and Cathedral playing a power from Cincinnati St. Xavier. The Fighting Irish lead 7-6. New Palestine 28, Pendleton Heights 7. There you go. They're getting ready to restart this one. Pinnell, who's got 6 points on the night and all in thunderous fashion, kicks this one deep. Anderson looking, Dennison trying to find some room, gets it across the 25. Hey, Bill, let's revisit that. When you have a second, that Aspen Creek trivia question. Who won it last time, by the way?
All right, the Hoosier Dome hosted the state championship from 1984 to 1994. Who won the Class 4A championship in 1984? If you know the answer, tweet it to @IndianaSRN. A hint, the quarterback from the winning team was an Indianapolis Colt.
Ooh. That's a good one. So check that out. We'll announce the winner on Wednesday, I believe. So you got some time to mull that over. Anderson and Stokes looks deep for Lemon, but it's just outside of his grasp. 2nd and 10.
We had our winner with our first trivia question. Last week's winner was Nick Martinelli from Indianapolis.
Good job, Nick. You're so smart. That was last week's trivia question was kind of tough.
Yeah.
Had to come up with 3. This one, what do you have to answer? The winning school or the school?
The winning team, yeah. And both teams were coming in at 13-0.
Good.
Penalty flag.
Comported himself well. The flag is down. Malachi Qualls catches across the 30 and is wrestled down, but we'll see the flag. I'm guessing holding.
Gonna be holding.
Most likely.
Nope, illegal motion.
So I was wrong. E on the announcer. Hey, folks. IndianaSRN broadcasts more than 300 sporting events in central Indiana. We need your assistance, though. Located on our webpage is a donate button. If you'd like to see more sports on IndianaSRN, please consider making a donation. Every dollar raised will go to getting more games on the air. We had a bunch of them tonight, including ours. On behalf of our team, we thank you, IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. 2nd and 15.
Penalty
And
flag.
another flag. It's going to be second and much longer.
Illegal motion or false start on the Indians. Stokes, when he got the snap and saw the flag come out, he just kind of flung the football down. Little frustration here.
Penalty yards for Anderson. This was their 5th flag, 35 yards, which is almost as much as they've given up on sacks, I believe. Our wonderful stat assistant is efforting to come up with that number. Here's Stokes efforting for a first down, gets it to Malachi Qualls, and you can see what everyone likes in Malachi is he adjusts really well. He's just a good receiver, Bill.
Yeah, and he comes, and again, he works his way back to the quarterback when he sees his quarterback in trouble. And so, if the college scouts are out there, keep note of that, of Malachi Qualls.
He has been targeted 14 times tonight, 10 catches, 52 yards. His longest was a 17er. 3rd and a lot. You know how William Henry Harrison got his name, right? It was in the battling Native American tribes in the frontier. And
Really?
they have the tomahawk chop here.
Oh, well, there you go.
The irony is blistering.
We got a timeout.
Well, Bill, this gives us an opportunity to look at some of the. I want to get some of your picks for this Sunday's games. Be kind. The Colts 0-2 on the road at the Redskins. The Redskins are favored by 6. What do you think?
I like the way the Colts played last Sunday.
I do too.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
All right, thank you. How about Carolina at Atlanta? The Falcons are 0-1. The Panthers are 1-0. Falcons are favored.
Carolina.
Houston Texans at Tennessee. Both are 0-1.
Oh.
Titans are favored.
J.J. Watt playing?
Maybe.
Go with the Houston team.
How about the 0-1 Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the 1-0 Chiefs?
Chiefs.
This would be a tough one for you. The Minnesota Vikings go to Lambeau to take on the currently undefeated Green Bay Packers, who are quarterbacked by Superman.
I only got one thing to say. Go, Pack, go.
3rd and 20 upcoming. Got a little bit of one more while we can squeak in. The Los Angeles Chargers of Southern California, 0-1, go to Buffalo. They're favored, but West Coast teams always struggle going out east.
Chargers.
Stokes checks this down to Anderson. He's to the 20, and he's wrapped up. Harrison has been all over. And they've tackled well.
And guess who was there again? Oh, no, I thought it was
Urban.
No, number 42 was there, Ray Zimpher. I thought
one of my favorite names on the team.
I thought her buddy Jake Urban was going to be there, but I think they've taken Jake out of the ball game.
Somebody they haven't taken out is the punt returner Quentin Wood, who's had a very good game defensively and in the return department. Running clock.
Another high snap.
But Nethery Carter was able to get it away. Fair catch called by Quentin Wood, and Harrison will start at their own 38-yard line. The 1-0 defending champion Philadelphia Eagles go to Tampa Bay to take on the surprisingly 1-0 Buccaneers.
Wow. They played the Saints last week, the Buccaneers. 88 points combined by both teams. I like Doug Peterson, and I'm going to go with the Eagles.
I was in a Survivor League where you pick one team a week.
Uh-huh.
Last week I picked the Saints. So it's a very short season for me. I've been in the same league for a while, and I won it once, and I've been out in the first round every other time. Handoff is to Brook. He works the right side. He's still moving, like Mike Allstott. Close to the first down and down at the 49. Just unencumbered, even with people hanging all over him.
Brook. Coy Brook. And let me find him here. He's a 5'11", 230-pound fullback on the Harrison Ball Club.
I don't believe any of that. I don't believe he's 5. I think he's bigger than 5'11", and I think he's bigger than whatever weight they said. He runs like it anyway. Running like a giant. 1st and 10. 9:50 to go in the game. Handoff to who else? Coy Brook. Cross midfield to the 45.
You know, before our season started, you know, they measured us and weighed us. Mm-hmm. When I came in, I was 5'10", 140. But with all this great food, I'm 5'10", 220.
That's what happens. You know, there's been great hospitality here at Harrison High School. We've had great hospitality everywhere we've gone so far. Shrimp under center. Marcelo Tiso back in. They don't go to him. They go to Coy Brook, who has another first down. And quickly racking up the yardage. That's his 11th carry for 53 yards.
His 11th carry already? Man, that man is... What do you say? He's on fire.
He is on fire with an exclamation point and a couple of scales up on the octave scale. Harrison next week, they will go to Arsenal Tech in Indianapolis and welcome McCutcheon, who they don't like up here. Then they go to Kokomo, who's really, really had a rough year. And before finishing the regular season, that seems crazy to say, but they welcome Marion to this home field. This one is not Coy Brook. It's Jacob Beecher, a junior.
Handoff goes to number 17, and Jacob Beecher run down the foot by number 56, Jalen Maiden. Brings up 7th down and 6 for the Raiders.
Number 56, Jalen Maiden, made the stop for the Anderson Indians.
Some score updates from around our IndianaSRN Family Network, brought to you by Titus Bakery. Donuts made the old-fashioned way since 1980. Lutheran beat Park Tudor 35-6. In the third quarter, Traders Point leads Frontier 34-8. Atiso in motion. Handoff does kept, and now pitched out to Marcel. He doesn't have a touchdown yet, and he doesn't have one here, but it's a strong run across the 20-yard line. Four carries, 56 yards from Marcel. Back to the Titus Bakery Out-of-Town scoreboard. Beech Grove leads Brown County 30-14. Bishop Chatard leads Southport 31-19. The Chatard team, the Trojans, are very good. And I believe we're going to step away for a brief second. We're going to come back and finish up this game. 7:58 left in the fourth quarter. Commanding lead for Harrison on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game.
If you find yourself confronted by unwanted pests in your home or office, then you need to contact the professionals at Kim Mountain Pest Control. We offer quality pest control solutions at an affordable price. We specialize in ants and termites. We're also available to handle a variety of other pests, including roaches, fleas, and flying insects, as well as rats and mice. Don't wait until pests cause severe damage to your home or property. Contact the team of experts at Kim Mountain Pest Control today.
Thanks to Rick McIntyre and McIntyre Imaging for their support of Christian radio and sports. Their service is capturing moments in time and images that provide a record of the celebrations, blessings, and gifts the Lord has given. McIntyre Imaging Products gives their clients a snapshot of life for family and future generations. You may reach Rick and his staff at McIntyre Imaging at www.mcintyreimaging.com.
Welcome back, folks. We see the injured player just beginning to be helped off the field. That's TK Blair. Got another full slate of games for you next week. Obviously, our game. We will be in, where are we going to be?
We are going to be at Heritage Christian next week.
The Eagles' Nest. Both of the teams will have Covenant Christian and Heritage Christian. One's winning tonight and one won. That is ONE 1 WON. First and 10 for the Raiders. Coy Brook, the bruiser, at fullback. And here he is. Stiff arms one. Get off me! Past another across the 15 to the 14. And Covenant Christian's winning their game handily, so a 5-0 most likely Covenant Christian Warriors and a 3-2 Heritage Christian Eagles.
And you know, when we make that trip to Heritage Christian, we're going to, you know, like we've seen tonight, this is a very good manicured field. We're going to see the same thing next week at Heritage Christian.
Yeah, it's the grounds crew did a great job on this artificial turf.
I just like the way they got the mower deck.
It's really impressive. 6:55 to go in the game. Brook still moving. Not as demonstrative as previous carries, but effective nevertheless. Third down. Some of our radio games. Steve McClure will have Southport and Bloomington South. Harrison will go to Tech. Thad Vandevetter will have that one with Alex Stevens. Beech Grove, Brent Young, they'll be hosting Monrovia. Traders Point and Anderson Prep. Park Tudor and Heritage School. Then, of course, the big one here on Indiana SRN, webcast, Covenant, and Heritage Christian. And the flag on the play.
Make some movement on Harrison.
And then Bill will have an extra assignment on Saturday. You want to talk about that one?
We go to Westfield for the homeschool Lions taking on Grand Valley.
And there you go.
And I make my trip tomorrow to Columbus, Ohio for a homeschool Lion ball game. So we're not going to air that one, but go over and watch the grandson play.
That's fun. How's he doing this year?
He's doing good. You know, moved up from the JV or the junior high to the
Here's
varsity.
the 3rd 9. Coy Brook is still going. I didn't think he was going to get it, and he's still short, but a strong run.
So they're going to bring in Purnell for another field goal try.
I like his chances here, Bill. $14 carries, 66 yards for Coy Brook. That's the 3rd most on the game for a Harrison Raider.
If Purnell can connect on this one, he'll be 3 for 3 on field goals.
And that'll improve him to 4 of 6 on the year. He missed 2 so far this season. It's down. It's up. And it's good. 58-7 Harrison. Here in Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Craving comfort fresh food made from scratch daily? Check out Aspen Creek Grill. Located across from Hamilton Town Center and beside the Holiday Inn, we offer family farm-raised premium Black Agnes steaks hand-cut daily, creamy pastas, salmon chicken, and fall-off-the-bone ribs. Start with our famous powwow shrimp appetizer, and don't miss our refreshing drinks. Family-friendly or a great night out with friends. Aspen Creek Grill. Aspen Creek Grill, Noblesville. Call 317-559-3300.
Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back. West Lafayette, Harrison High School. 4 minutes, 57 seconds left. Harrison with a commanding 51-point lead over the Anderson Indians. Here comes the return. E.J. Starks still on his feet and no longer at the 20-yard line. Here's the replay of the last score, I believe. Been wrong before, though. Bill, I bet you he makes it.
All right. The money's on Purnell.
Never a doubt.
It's good.
Never a doubt. Anderson looking for some momentum to begin the second half of the season, and Harrison was all over him tonight, even though Xander Stokes did have a pretty good passing game, at least completion-wise, when he was able to have time to throw it, which was the issue.
Right. The issue is, we talked to Coach Qualls earlier before the ball game, and he talked about that offensive line. But
Anderson fans, if you feel bad about giving up 58 points, don't. Warren Central is beating Ben Davis 63-21.
Wow.
We're inside 4.5 to go. Stokes looking left. Will fire. And by Stokes, I mean, it's not Stokes, it's Carson Slavens. And the pass was a little too high for his intended receiver, Joel Redding. Next week's game, we're going to be at the Eagles Nest. Heritage Christian and Covenant Christian. Covenant will enter undefeated. Heritage Christian won tonight, so they'll be 3-2. Good one. My alma mater's former head coach, Ron Qualls' former team. Lots of connections. 3rd and 6.
McWhorter went to Covenant to start the football program a few years ago.
He's going to give it. Anderson's in a lot of trouble. He's still on his feet, and no longer. Ron Colley got their first win of the year. 38-28 over Cecina.
Oh, wow.
Carmel beat Lawrence North 23-9. Fourth and 6 for the Indians. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go.
We saw that Cecina Ball Club last week against Beech Grove.
Carson Slavin, that quarterback. Man.
Look out.
He flips it downfield. Qualls didn't catch it. Almost did. And one Raider down. With 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, we're going to step away, I believe, while the Harrison Raiders being attended to. And we'll be back in a couple moments on Indiana SRN, where you're always in the game.
Boron Homes is proud to present Briar Creek. Beautifully landscaped and maintained, today's manufactured homes provide durable, state-of-the-art housing at prices you can afford. Enjoy the tax benefits of owning, including lower property taxes, combined with easy maintenance of renting. Briar Creek, it's truly unique. The only 55-plus manufactured home neighborhood in the Indianapolis area. Located just east of I-465 on Pendleton Pike, near Fort Harrison State Park. Visit Briar Creek today.
At Auto Express, we offer friendly customer service, exceptional work, and fair pricing. Customer loyalty and confidence are important to us. When our customers have questions, we are ready with answers. We're open weekdays 8 to 6 and Saturday 8 to 3. Come visit Auto Express at 9065 East Pendleton Pike, just east of Post Road, or call 317-897-6618. Auto Express, we're here for your auto repair and maintenance needs.
Welcome back to Harrison of West Lafayette. I'm Bill Ludlow along with my partner, Jonathan Mathis.
Hey,
the
guys.
Aspen Creek Grill trivia question. The Hoosier Dome hosted the state championship from 1984 to 1994. Who won the Class 4A championship in 1984? And if you know the answer, tweet it at IndianaSRN. The hint, both teams were 13-0 going into the game.
That narrows it down.
And the quarterback from the winning team was an Indianapolis Colt.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Guerin Catholic. They didn't exist. So a player is still down. But what's the in the trivia?
The winner, if you win, you get a $25 gift card to the Aspen Creek Grill in Noblesville, Indiana.
Hey, wait, hold on. That's actually a great connection as the players helped out the field. There's number 21, Nathan Jarbo. But Noblesville, where Aspen Creek Grill is, played my alma mater, the Zionsville Eagles, and kindly lost 24-0. We got it.
A little bit of rivalry there between the Eagles and
Zionsville's been struggling. Zionsville's been struggling. Who's your Crossroads Conference rivals? And great to see Nathan Jarbo
get
able
up,
to walk off
on
the
his
field.
own power.
But the drawing, it's not really a drawing, but the winner of the Aspen Creek Trivia question will be selected on Wednesday, I believe. So if you're watching now, you got time. If you're watching it on delay, you probably still have time.
The winner will be notified by our Ladybird that says Monday afternoon.
Okay, so never mind.
Man,
so yeah,
she's going to be busy.
You got all weekend. Hand off to our buddy Coy Brook, I believe. And he is quickly climbing the rushing numbers.
And he picks up a Raider first down.
He is the leading rusher of the night for Harrison. He's got 77 yards. He now has tied. He's tied with Amarion Dixon with 77 yards, and the leading rusher overall is Andrew Jensen.
And he might pass Dixon on this one here, Jonathan.
One can only assume with 3 minutes left in the game. Dixon is not in. But Coy Brook is. But he won't get it. It'll be kept by Jack Shrimp. And he creeps forward. Got a decent gain, a pretty good one, actually. Second down and 6, got 4. Nice run by the quarterback. Jack Shrimp, the sophomore. Center Grove's 2-game win streak comes to an end against North Central. All those out-of-town scores brought to you by Titus Bakery. Donuts made the old-fashioned way since 1980. 2 locations in the Victory Formation. Those are on Westfield and Lebanon on State Road 32. A good way to celebrate a win or commiserate in defeat. Either way, good food. We're inside 2 minutes now. Third down. Shrimp checks back in.
Shrimp is a sophomore, 5'9", 165.
Third and 7. Not that matters.
Well, they did the victory formation on the last play, not on this one.
Now, they can't run out the clock. But Shrimp can keep it and get to the 11. Fourth down. Bill, I think we can say we learned a lot about Harrison tonight.
Yes, we have. And our good friend Daniel McMaster.
Here is the victory formation once again. I'm going to give a big thank you to Jerry Galima, the AD for Harrison. Great hospitality here in the press box. Second to none around the state. Great marching band performance as well. Great fan support. All around, A-plus job by the Harrison Raiders and everyone at William Henry Harrison High School here in West Lafayette.
And our other game that's being played just up the road from us is Traders Point at Frontier.
It's a long way up by 65. Anderson is 41 and a fifth seconds left. Give a little recap, preview our next game. Thanks for joining us, everybody, especially those of you who are still hanging around. You're the real troopers. Checking on late is Marquise Cullum, sophomore. There's our next week game of the Eagles Nest, Covenant Christian at Heritage Christian. Be a good one. Handoff up the middle. Once again, sometimes you wonder, where was that? Joel Redding, the freshman. Inside 30 seconds. We're inside the play clock as well. So they don't have to snap another ball. Doesn't mean they won't. They will. Slavin hands it off to Redding. Another good run. Far sideline. Joel Redding to the 50 and out of bounds.